Now, you may not realize that you're having an issue during the daylight, but once day turns to night, you might find that you have some serious symptoms that you want to pay attention to. When it's dark outside and you're driving down the road, not only is it important to see, but it's also important to be seen. You want to make sure that each one of your exterior lights is functioning as it should. Some symptoms that you want to pay attention to could be uneven lighting across the front of the vehicle there. You're looking down the road and you just have poor visibility. Other than that, you're driving down the road, you hit a bump, and it looks as though one of your lamps flickers a little bit. Some vehicles like this one will have an indicator that pops up on the dash, letting you know that there's definitely an issue and it's something that needs to be diagnosed. Start with a light check. Most vehicles are going to have a marker light, a directional light, a headlamp assembly of course, and down along the bottom of some vehicles you'll have a fog lamp assembly. This is going to be the same on each side of the vehicle, and you need to test them all. Once you've confirmed what you need along the front, if you need anything, make your way along the back side and test all those lights as well. I've got directionals, brake lights, reverse lights, plate lights. Everything looks good back here. We made our way all the way around the vehicle and tested all of the lights. As far as I found on this particular vehicle, I have two lights out. I have my left front headlamp and my fog lamp assembly. It's common if you happen to have halogen bulbs to tap on the lamp assembly itself and see if the lamp turns back on. Now that's clearly not good. If you see something like this, that could be the actual cause of why the bulb went out. Inside of a halogen bulb, you're going to have a small filament that makes its way from one prong to the other, and the electrical current is what's going to create light. The vibration from this shaking around like it does here, especially over bumps while you're driving down the road, could break that free. So if you just replace the bulb and it's still moving around like this, you're going to find that the bulb burns out faster than it normally would, and we need to thoroughly diagnose this. For that, I'm going to remove the front bumper cover so we can have a closer look. Now, whether you found that you need headlamp assemblies or the brackets located behind the headlamp assemblies, order from us at 1AAuto.com. We offer kits to help you fix the cause of the issue rather than just trying to fix a symptom. Now let's start getting the bumper cover off of here. Every vehicle is going to be a little bit different. I'm just going to get this out of the way so we can have a closer look at what we're dealing with. Now as I start moving this around, look at that. There's really nothing holding this headlamp assembly in aside from the bumper cover, which was pressed up against this area, and one tiny little piece of plastic right up in this upper corner here. It's not the whole mounting bracket that's part of the headlamp assembly, it's just this one little tab of plastic. Aside from there, the three other mounting points are completely broken off. This lower corner on the outside, the lower corner on the inboard side, and that upper corner. While you're driving down the road, this is going to be vibrating around. Since it was pretty much already off of there, just go ahead and rip it the rest of the way off. We'll continue on with the wiring harness along the back side. Just disconnect that. A quick inspection of the wiring harness. This is extremely important whenever you remove any type of bulb or assembly. You want to make sure you don't see any corrosion that can cause an issue as well. This looks fine. Okay, at this point, we know for sure that we need the headlamp assembly. Of course, whenever we do a headlamp assembly, we're going to replace them as a pair. And while we were doing our diagnosing, I can also see that the headlamp bracket is actually broken all the way over here. It's common for areas like this to break. That's okay, because we've ordered everything from 1AAuto.com as a kit for easy installation. All right, so we've got two headlamps on the bench right now. Can you tell which one's the new one? Of course you can. Good job. Now, even though I cleaned the old one, you can tell that it's still pitted and hazy, and this will restrict light emittance. So clearly the brand new one is going to make a big difference. Let's install it in the vehicle. Let's start with our headlamp bracket. Headlamp brackets are more important than you might think. You want to make sure that your headlamps are secured to the vehicle while you're driving down the road so you don't have any more problems in the future. Let's get this lens in here. Okay, let's prepare to install our brand new headlamp assembly. Looking along the backside of your headlamp assembly, you're going to find that you have adjustment points. Some will have one, others will have multiple. It's a good idea to take note of that. Let's get this in the vehicle. Once you've finished one headlamp assembly, make your way over to the other side of the vehicle and repeat the process, especially if your headlamp assemblies are either pitted or hazed in some way. Before we install the front bumper cover, we know that we had one of our fog lamps out. We're going to check both of the bulbs and replace them as necessary. When we do it, just go ahead and do them as a pair. As for this one, we're going to go ahead and take hold of this. We'll squeeze on this, give it a little pull. Should pop out of place. Wow, look at that bulb. You can see that it's black. If you look really closely down at the very tip here, I can actually see the filament walking around inside there. Let's get this off of here. Quick inspection. We'll just compare that to a brand new one. Obviously it's a different shape, but you can tell that the brand new one doesn't have that black area on the glass, and you can also tell that the filament is still in the proper positioning. We can install this. Make sure we have it properly aligned, press it in. Now obviously, since this bulb looked like this, we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. All right, we've got the car back together. Let's test the functionality. Oh yeah, perfect. We got headlights, fog lights, and secure. Quality parts, easy install. Thanks for watching.